If you find compact crossover SUVs a little too compact, yet you don't really want to deal with the large footprint and compromised fuel economy of a larger crossover, Dodge might have the answer. The 2015 Journey is one of the few tweener-sized crossovers that could prove the just right size. So, let's go ahead and check it out. Now, as far as styling goes on the vehicle, it's quite conservative looking. However, it has been out since the 2009 model year, and it is time for a redesign as this appearance is getting pretty dated. And don't expect to find anything like LED daytime running lights or even projector headlights. But this vehicle was last significantly updated in the 2011 model year, and when they updated it, they add LED tail lights, and then they added more interior upgrades as well. But overall, it's essentially pretty much the same vehicle that came out in 2009. Now here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. You have your Dodge logo on the back right here. Now I always like the key fob designs for Chrysler vehicles and Dodge vehicles nowadays. I think they do have a pretty premium look overall and have a premium feel to it too. But you do have your lock, unlock, and then your panic button right here. Now our trim level we also have here is the SE trim, and it's one of the lower trim levels you can buy of the Journey, but it comes pretty well equipped with all of the basic necessities like power windows, door locks, and even push button start and a full cloth interior. Now it is a gray exterior color with smart key access on the front passenger door and the driver's door. Powered passenger seat with power lumbar and manual recline. Full black cloth interior. Now stepping on inside of this cabin here, you're greeted with a pretty stylish design overall. And the step-in height is fairly low. However, what I am noticing is that it doesn't feel as roomy as a large crossover. It feels just like a compact crossover inside of here. Now you do have push button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing is a 3.6 liter V6, which is the optional powertrain of the Journey. Now coming to your transmission, pretty standard stuff here. Doesn't have Chrysler's new powertrain of their 8 or 9-speed automatic. It's a 6-speed automatic transmission. You have manual shiftability. No rear view camera, but that is available on the Journey. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights. And the hazards too. Automatic driver's side window. And let's go ahead and pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors. It does have a pretty muscular presence when you get to the front end. You have halogen headlights. Now under the hood here, you have a pretty powerful 3.6 liter V6. Like I said, this is the optional powertrain here, producing 283 horses at 6,350 RPM. And 260 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM, with EPA estimates being 16 in the city and 24 on the highway. And then all-wheel drive is also optional on the Journey, but front-wheel drive is standard. Now, your standard powertrain is going to be a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder, which I recommend avoiding that powertrain because you do get the 4-speed automatic transmission, which is very outdated when you get that powertrain. However, when you step up to this 3.6 liter V6, you do have the 6-speed automatic, but the 4-cylinder not only does have the outdated 4-speed automatic, but it also does have pretty weak acceleration, and then it does have pretty below average fuel economy regardless of what engine you choose. But overall, this is definitely the better powertrain out of the two. Now, competitors of the Journey, you have the Toyota RAV4, the Ford Escape, the Chevrolet Equinox. That's probably its closest competitor. And then also you do have the Jeep Cherokee, Subaru Forester, and then you also do have the Honda CR-V. But what makes the Journey unique is that it does offer 3 rows of seating compared to those SUVs. Now, trims of the Journey start at the American Value Package, which starts at $20,195. Then you have the SE, which starts at $21,695. The SXT starts at $23,495. The Crossroad starts at $24,995. The Limited starts at $29,195. And then you have the top of the line RT, which starts at $29,395. Now, like I said, EPA estimates are 16 in the city and 24 on the highway. Total vehicle price for this particular one is $27,830. Coming to the rear, you have LED tail lamps, dual exhaust tips, rear window wiper with a rear window defroster, and a LED third brake light. This particular one is all-wheel drive too. Power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, chrome interior door handles, nice soft touch armrest, soft touch on the mid door panel and upper door panel too. And let's go ahead and rev it up. Now, as far as build quality and materials go inside of this vehicle here, build quality is okay. It's not the best I've seen. There are some panel gaps, but it's not too shabby in here. It's okay. Now, as far as materials go, it's pretty good. You have, like I said, nice soft touch materials on the mid door panel, armrest, upper door panel. Those are the most important places. And then also on the dashboard too. Then down here as well, and then right there. And then of course the armrest is also nicely padded too. And then, like I said, this interior was heavily updated in the 2011 model year. Now, this steering wheel design is okay. It's very functional and utilitarian. It is leather wrapped too, by the way. But I do love the newer steering wheel designs in Chrysler products. But this steering wheel design still works for me. But you do have your voice recognition on the side right here, Bluetooth phone controls, cruise control on this side right here. And then your steering wheel mounted audio controls are located on the back of the steering wheel. Now, coming to your center stack controls here, pretty simple, easy to use. I love how clean it looks. You have dual zone automatic climate control, your fan speeds, and then also you have your front window defroster, rear window defroster, and then your traction control off button is right there too, and then your recycling mode as well. Coming down there, you have a little storage cubby, 12-volt power outlet, little cup holders right there, and then decent amount of center console storage, and that's where you'll also find your auxiliary input and a USB port. Like I said, the center console armrest is decently padded. Coming up there, you have an auto-dimming rearview mirror, your interior illumination lighting, Now coming to the main head unit here, you have a base radio touchscreen here, and it works pretty well. However, I do love the more larger optional touchscreen, but this one still is pretty functional, and it looks okay too. You have your presets up here, then your AM, FM, and then your tune, and then browse. Seek and track button, then it displays what radio station you're on too, and then your digital clock up there as well. Then coming to this button right here, player, this is where you could choose your different sources, like your optical disc drive, auxiliary input, your USB port, or your Bluetooth streaming audio. And then coming to climate, this is where you can change your climate too if you don't want to do it by the simple control knobs down there. You can change the different zones right there, and your fan speeds, of course, and temperatures, etc. Coming to settings, you could change the settings of the display, clock, lights, door unlocks. And then if you go to more, this gives you your phone and your time and then your outside temperature. You can hook up your phone, and then you can actually turn the screen off too. But overall, this system is pretty easy to use overall, and it's definitely pretty good for a base radio system. Then coming right here, you have a little storage cubby. Now coming to the gauges, I really do love the gauges in the Journey. I love the red illumination around them. That gives it a much more sporty flair, and then it does match the interior. And then you have a little color display in the center screen right there that's going to show you your vehicle information, and then it's going to show you your average fuel economy, and then your vehicle speed, and then your trip info, then your exterior. Now I really do love the gauges in the Journey, and it really does match the whole interior and the sporting flair. And then coming to this little center screen, this little color display, you have your fuel economy, vehicle speed. It's basically going to show you various amounts of vehicle information. Then your trip info. Then it gives you your exterior temperature readout, what gear you're in too. Then your tire pressure and vehicle info, and if you have any messages, then you could turn the menu off. And then it shows you what radio station you're on too. So it works pretty well. And the rendering of it is okay too. Now coming to the seats, I'm not really a huge fan of these seats. I do think that they do lack a little bit of thigh support, as well as side bolstering too. And these seats are very big and humongous, and they're just not very supportive, as you can see on the sides right here. They can use a little bit of more support. They're just definitely not the best seats I've seen in a crossover. Now, as far as visibility goes, it's okay. You have a actually pretty large A-pillar right here. But as far as side visibility goes, it's okay. Outward visibility can be a little bit better. But rearward visibility is okay too. I think the rear window way back there is pretty easy to see out of overall. But as far as visibility goes, taken as a whole, it's just okay. Now around town, the Journey provides a pretty smooth ride overall. However, the steering is on the slow side, and you might find yourself having to make more hand movements than you would otherwise prefer. When driven harder through turns, the Journey's body leans noticeably. The Journey feels heavier than other compact SUVs and solid on the open highway, even over rough surfaces. But it doesn't inspire much confidence around corners, which is not the most important part of a crossover SUV, but it does make it more desirable. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Now these rear seats do fold down to maximize cargo space. You have a 12-volt power outlet back here. And then optional is third row seating, but only 2 seats back here for the third row. Ours doesn't have third row seating, but it does have a pretty large cargo area, especially when you lift this up right here. Reveals a pretty massive storage compartment. But overall, cargo capacity is pretty generous compared to some other compact SUVs. Build quality and materials do follow through in the rear. Still nice soft touch armrest, mid-door panel, upper door panel, and chrome interior door handles. These rear seats also do fold down by pulling this little lever up right here, and they also do recline. Now sitting back here, there's more room than the average compact SUV. It's pretty comfortable, however thigh support is lacking a little bit. You have a single map pocket back here, 12-volt power outlet, and then a rear armrest with cup holders too. But like I said, a third row is optional if you need to haul more people. Full manual passenger seat. Your glove box compartment, nice and damped. Alrighty. So the 2015 Dodge Journey has an available V6 engine and a third row, so it might seem to be a decent pick for families on a budget. But overall, it falls short of newer crossovers with more powerful 4-cylinder engines and better fuel mileage ratings. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.